Welcome to Lions Basketball. I'm James Nucci alongside Daniel Kraus. Today, usually we have our evening games, but today it's a little bit of weirder schedule. It's a 3 o'clock game, 3 o'clock for varsity, and 2:30 game. No, 3:30 for varsity and 2 o'clock for JV. It's a little complicated. Usually it's like 6, 7 o'clock. So we're here at the Conquering Riders Gymnasium. So Lions win the tip-off. We have Josh McQuillan. Majority of our same starters, all of our games, same starters as yesterday. After our win against the Cardinals, Cardinals.
Yeah, James, that was a good game last night. The Lions came out really strong in the first. They kind of lost it going into the second and third, and coming out in the fourth, they picked it up and they finished off. Let's hope they can bring the confidence they gained in that game to this matchup tonight.
Yeah, definitely. We need that. This is a really big win for us. It's a huge rivalry. We have Lions reversing the ball. Derwin Wilson shoots up the three. We get an offensive rebound by Peter Schrader. He attempts to pass to Josh McClellan, but it goes out. Conquering Riders ball.
And James, in the past couple of games, the JV has given up a lot of turnovers. If they want to win this game, they're going to have to keep possession of the ball, make sure they make smart passes, and don't throw it where the defender is.
It does come a lot from experience, though. The more they play, the more they get used to figuring out, hey, you got to be careful with passes. They talk to each other, communicate, especially outside of the game as well, figuring out, what things we need to fix and all things like that. So I think they've gotten better. They've really progressed out the year, but it's just a matter of communication, figuring out, hey, is it our passing? What's the problem with everything turnover-wise? So we have Conquering Riders up by 3-0, 5.5 minutes left in the first quarter. Still Riders ball. Riders inbound it. With the jump ball, Derwin Wilson gets his hands.
And that's the second jump ball Derwin Wilson has had this game.
Yeah, we're only a minute and a half into the game.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
He's a pretty aggressive player, though, especially with when you see defensive rebounds.
Yeah, he's been really big on rebounds this season, just getting down low and picking up all the loose balls.
We have a travel by Riders, number 24. Gabe Smith. So it'll be Lions ball now.
And there's a full timeout called. So the Lions are going to talk things over here. And James, they're off to a slow start right now. It's 0-3, and their first possession ended up with a turnover. So
I think it's a matter of what do they say? The best defense. I think I said it yesterday. The best defense is the best offense. So I think it's a matter of especially if we need to box out, getting our own rebounds. We saw the offensive rebound from Peter Schrader when Derwin Wilson got that three up. It was a miss, but it's the matter of getting our possessions back. So I think it's the matter, especially boxing out, getting physical, getting aggressive.
Yeah,
if we can't get our own rebounds, then we can't get the ball back in possession, because we're obviously going to get missed shots, but we get our rebounds, we get another chance.
Yeah, and the other thing is good defense leads to easy offense. You just steal the ball, you'll have an easy fast break and a good shot at scoring on the other end.
It also puts the other team under pressure, and most teams can't deal with pressure at all. Like we saw last night against the Cardinals, they were rushing it towards the last two quarters.
Yeah, we were playing a bit faster. We were able to pull off that win just with our momentum.
So we have 5 minutes and 7 seconds left in the first quarter. Not really any change at all. It's still 3-0. Conquering Riders up by 3. McQuillan driving baseline, but he hits out of bounds, and it'll be Riders ball. I think his foot barely went out of bounds.
Yeah, and right now the Lions are playing with a bit of bus lag, I guess you could say. Right now they're slow. They're not really, heads up.
Yeah, I could tell the energy's a little bit down right now. That's how we started yesterday, though. Then we got to the mid-second quarter. Things started to go back to normal. I think it's just a matter of, just getting the getting the energy flowing.
Yeah, getting the energy going, because they started off a bit the same yesterday, as you said, and they picked it up throughout the game. So let's see if they do the same here.
Number 22, Caden Henry misses both of his free throws. Peter Schrader with the defensive rebound off of the free throw. Still 3-0, 4 minutes and 45 seconds left in the first quarter. Lions possession. Daryl Wang passes inside to Durham Wilson, who passes it right corner to Peter Schrader. They swing left to Daryl Wing, who passes it, swings it left again to Arthur-Okaw. They pass it inside to Peter Schrader. They pass it back outside of the arc to McQuillan, who attempts to drive, but he gets this stolen by number 24, Gabe Smith.
And
Bad pass by Smith. Lions try to steal it. They do. They manage to steal it. That was a little bit of fumble there, but
yeah, that's some good defense there by Derwin Wilson to get in front of the guy driving to the hoop and knock that ball loose.
yeah, well, like we were talking about before, he's a really aggressive player with his, especially with his defensive rebounds. And then we saw that he had two jump balls in a row, like the first minute and a half of the game. Really aggressive player, physical. Lions have a turnover, bad pass. Conquering Riders ball. Still 3-0, 3.5 minutes left in the first quarter. Number 11 looked like he was about to take the shot. Guarded heavily by Arthur-Okaw. They pass it back outside to the arc. Pass to number 10, Aza Binion, who managed to get the shot up, 5-0. 3.5 minutes left in the first quarter. I don't know, we only played them like about a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, but it seems like maybe I wasn't paying attention very much last JV game, but it seems like there's different JV players out, like maybe like 1 or 2 new guys. Because Fowler did say someone was sick, so I don't know if there's, it seems like 1 or 2 guys are new.
Yeah, for varsity, they had their starting point guard running a low hundreds fever, so he was out. He wasn't able to make the trip. And they do have a couple more guys for JV. Just, number 12, Mast on the bench. He normally started varsity last game, and now he's, subbing for JV.
Yeah, they probably had a couple guys sick, I'm guessing. And then we got a defensive rebound from Durham Wilson after a shot from McQuillan. He gives it back to McQuillan and gets a jump shot for the Lions, making it 5-2, 2 minutes and 45 seconds in the first quarter.
Yeah, nice assist there from Derwin Wilson, who seems to be all over the court so far in this game.
Riders with the ball. They pass it inside. Number 22 goes up for the layup, but he misses it, bounces off the rim. Lions possession, 2.5 minutes left in the first. Still 5-2. Still a close game. We're still in this. Only 3-point deficit. Josh McQuillan drives yet again. There's a blocking foul by number 22.
And that's a good drive there by Josh McQuillan. He's been pretty solid in the past couple of days. Games, just drawing fouls and being aggressive, going for those open shots in the lane.
Yeah, tip off my hat to McQuillan. We do have a lot of other guys who drive, but I think out of all of them, he does the most. His confidence level, I give him credit for that. He has a lot of confidence, like we see him driving baseline right now.
And while he commits a lot of mistakes, he does get the offense sort of flowing by just being aggressive.
Yeah, getting that ball and movement around.
And he
reversals.
Usually when he beats his guy, he draws another guy and leaves somebody else open.
Even if he does go up, then you end up fouling him, and like that pass off to Derwin Wilson, he opens up avenues for things to happen. So we have Derwin Wilson going up, fouling number 24. It's his second, Gabe Smith. We have number 12, Jaden Mast. He's on varsity.
Yeah, he's going to be a varsity sub this game.
He's only a freshman.
Yeah, he was starting varsity for last game as point guard, so he's got a lot of experience for a freshman, and he's pretty good. So the Lions are going to have to watch out for him.
Especially in the years to come, too. He's only a freshman. Still, it's 5-3. Derwin Wilson got one of his free throws up. 1.5 minutes left in the first quarter. Derwin Wilson with the ball. I've been saying Derwin Wilson's name a lot. He's been a key player tonight's game.
Yeah, he's been all over the court.
Peter Schrader with the attempted 3. Conquering Riders, number 10. Binion gets the rebound.
And Derwin Wilson gets mentioned again as he commits his first foul of the game.
Steal by Josh McQuillan. Bad pass by number 11. Gabriels. It's stolen by Conquering Riders and stolen again by Lions.
Yeah, Lions seem to have a lot of those stretches where it's just back and forth about 4 possessions in a row, just turnovers.
Yeah, it happens every once in a while. I feel like it's almost every game, but not. It's close. It's like you have those like stolen, then stolen again. It just goes back and forth. It's kind of like monkey in the middle. No one really knows who wants the ball.
Yeah, and I think the problem is the Lions just, they get excited when they get that steal or whatever, and they try to go too fast. They need to slow it down, take care of the ball, and just set up their offense regularly.
Another stolen ball. It was stolen by Duran Wilson. It's Lions possession now, 5-3. 35 seconds left in the first quarter. Josh McQuillan fake pass it Duran Wilson, who gets a jump shot for the Lions, tying it up to 5-5.
Good court vision there by McQuillan to get the assist in the
Seems
paint.
like a little bit of a chemistry going on today so far. If you've noticed that, at least I give Josh McQuillan a lot of credit. He's not selfish about hogging the ball. He passes it outside. If he drives, he sucks in the defender, like you said. Then he passes outside like he just did to Duran Wilson. Able for Duran Wilson to get a jump shot like that with the defender not on him.
Yeah, and right now he's been playing some solid defense, forcing that travel there.
5-5. Clock ticking down. 10 seconds left in the first quarter. Lions trying to slow it down, not rush it too much.
Running out of time. And that's much in the clutch. They needed that one to end the first quarter. That's a great finish to go ahead. Let's hope they can take that in the second quarter and just run with it.
One thing I've noticed, especially in this game, like what I just said about Josh McQuillan, he passing it out right before he drives in, sucks the defender, passes it out to Duran Wilson. What I just saw, I think I don't know if it's just communication. I think it's just maybe just chemistry going on, but it's a lot of teamwork going on. Especially we just saw Peter Schrader with a screen right there, giving Arthur-Okaw an avenue to go around the defender, taking a right side layup, and he was able to get that, making it 5-7. Because we especially need this lead right now. Once we start getting the momentum, the rhythm going, then we can only go up from there.
Yeah, teamwork has been good, really good so far, and I'd like to point out Duran Wilson, who already has 3 rebounds for the team. He's really been, crashing the boards, collecting those loose balls, and has made a difference for the Lions here in this game. Also, Josh McQuillan, he may only have 2 points, but he has a couple of assists, just,
And his steal we saw with there. I think it was maybe a minute left in the first quarter. He got steal right towards the top of the key. It was right about the arc.
Yeah, and he's been dishing off the ball, getting guys open, and giving them good looks even if they miss. So let's hope he keeps that up here in the second quarter, get the Lions off to a jump start to, finish off the Raiders.
It's also a pretty low fouling game. We had a low fouling game yesterday too in the first quarter. We had 8 or 9 towards the second half. We had more, but right now I don't know. It's just first half thing, but not really that many fouls at all, especially last game we saw in this game. Josh McQuillan inbounds it for the Lions, inbounds it to Arthur-Okaw. He swings it left to Daryl Wang. He goes to the top of the key, passes it inside of the paint to Duran Wilson. They pass it back outside to the arc to Arthur-Okaw. Goes inside to Peter Schrader. He passes it back outside to the arc to Josh McQuillan, deciding if he should take a 3 or not. They reverse it left. Daryl Wang. Top of the key at Arthur-Okaw, guarded by number 20.
Mass getting that steal there for the Raiders. That's pretty big for them. And Lions get a lucky break there.
It was a close one. It looks like Duran Wilson was about to get that steal, but he was able to, like we said, he was really aggressive out there, really physical, able to keep it Lions possession. Lions possession, Josh McQuillan on the right side. He drives inside, sucking his defenders, and gets his own offensive rebound after attempting a layup to rebound. Looks like he got hit in the face, maybe in his eye, but he's able to get back up.
Yeah, that's a 3rd jump ball we've had this game already, so.
Yeah, we had those 2 from Duran Wilson, that 1 from Josh McQuillan.
Yeah, and it seems like both the teams are fighting hard to keep possession here.
So we have 6 minutes left in the second quarter, 5-7. Lions up by 2. Riders possession. So we have a foul on 21. Is that a foul? Yeah, number 21, Arthur-Okaw.
That's his first of the game, the Lions' 3rd.
Both teams have 3 fouls right now. number 1 for Arthur Binion, Grady Binion. I guess there's 2 brothers, Asa Binion, number 10, and number 1, Grady Binion. He attempts his layup and he gets his own rebound, attempts it again, but it's rebounded by the Lions. Still 5-7, 5.5 minutes left in the second quarter. Duran Wilson with the ball, guarded by number 12, Mast. He swings it left to Arthur-Okaw, guarded by number 30, Campbell. Daryl Wang with the ball, top of the key, guarded by number 10, Asa Binion, brother to Grady Binion, number 1. A lot of ball movement from the Lions. They pass it off to Josh McQuillan. He attempts a jump shot. He misses it, but he gets a rebound from Duran Wilson. Turnover by the Lions, though.
I believe that was a 3-second in the key call. Sorry, 3-second in the paint call. And the Lions have to be careful. They have to know where they are on the court. They can't just stand around waiting for stuff to happen. If you stay in the paint too long, you're going to get that called, and those turnovers are going to kill you.
Arthur with a missed 3, rebounded by Duran Wilson. I think it's 4th or 5th rebound of the game so far. With still the same starters. Still 5-7. 4 minutes and 40 seconds left in the second quarter. Number 24, Gabe Smith, a freshman. Got a lot of freshmen in this game. Number 12, Mast. Number 24, Gabe Smith. He gets a jump shot for the Arthur Conquering Riders, making it 7-7. 4.5 minutes left in the second quarter. Both teams still have 3 fouls, a low fouling game. Peter Schrader attempts a jump shot, but not able to get it. Riders get the rebound.
And so far, James, both teams have had good ball movement, just tossing the ball around, trying to find those open shots on the court, and that's why it's such a close game.
I do find that our possessions are a lot longer, though. We're able to reverse it constantly, I think, which also tires out the defense. But, I mean, I don't know if they're just trying to rush and get a strong lead, but they seem to just, they don't hold on possession as long as we do. I don't know. They're not as much ball movement as our team, I think.
Well, I think the other thing is that they're more of a three-point shooting team, so they can take those outside shots, and they're not afraid to do it.
They just attempted to do it if they weren't able to get it.
Yeah, and the Lions they go in the paint and really work hard from there.
Speaking of threes, Josh McQuillan with the 3 for the Lions, making it 7-10. 3.5 minutes in the second quarter left. Got a full court press by Arthur-Okaw, Josh McQuillan, and Daryl Wang on the Riders. That full court press leads to Josh McQuillan getting a steal, but it's called a foul on Josh McQuillan. Put a little bit of a shoulder in number 12, Mast.
No, that foul is actually called on Mast. It's a blocking foul.
Oh, sorry, I'm sorry. Duran Wilson guarded heavily by double team.
And another 3-second in the paint called on the Lions.
These are the small things we were talking about in the first quarter. We were saying that because you were saying that they have tons of turnovers in the past couple of games, and we were saying that, I mean, they've progressed, especially that their whole year, but I think it's just a matter of communication, especially in the timeouts, the talks with Father, Coach Cheveria, but I think it's just a matter of just communicating with each other about.
Yeah.
Hey guys, I mean they should know by now, but it's a matter of experience. They know. After a while, they'll get the idea.
Yeah. The other thing is you gotta play to the ref's strengths and weaknesses. You know these guys are gonna call 3 seconds in the lane. They've been doing it all game now.
Yes,
so.
Second time we've done it the second quarter.
So yeah, you got to be ready for that. Make sure you're moving in and out of the paint quickly. And then on the other side of things, jump balls have been called 3 times already within 2 quarters. So
yeah, 1 from Josh and 2 from Duran Wilson.
I think on defense you get a bit more aggressive and go after that ball, try to get your hands on it.
Yeah, we were able to keep possession, remain possession with after those jump balls too. So really helps us out in those. So it's 10-10 now. We have a 3-pointer from the Conquering Riders 2 possessions ago. 2 minutes and 40 seconds left in the second quarter. We have 2 more fouls on it for the Lions. 5 fouls for the Lions, 3 for the Riders. The pass by Josh McQuillan almost stolen by the Riders, but Duran Wilson remains possession. They pass it off to Daryl Wang. He gets a 3 for the Lions, making it 13-10. 2.5 minutes left in the second quarter.
And that's nice to see from Daryl Wang. He's been silent all season, and then just to come out with that three out of nowhere when the Lions need it is
Yeah,
huge.
I don't think I've seen him do a 3 yet this whole season at all. It's really impressive. Like I said, he was a lot of experience, especially with these younger guys getting some more playing time and everything. Lets him get more experience.
Derwin Wilson coming down with his 6th rebound of the game.
A minute and 50 seconds left in the second quarter. Close to halftime. Lions up by 3, 10-13. Lions with possession. Long pass across the arc to Josh McQuillan from Arthur-Okaw. Josh McQuillan attempts to pass to Derwin Wilson, but it gets stolen. Josh McQuillan steals it back again for number 11. Yeah, I think we were talking about this before. I think it was the first quarter, maybe in the beginning of the second quarter. I think it was first quarter when we had 4 steals in a row.
Yeah.
Kind of just what happened right now.
Yeah, the Lions just need to, I mean, it's a 1-on-2, maybe 3 in that case. McQuillan needs to pull out, wait till his offense gets set and, run the offense, look for a better shot than he had.
Lions still have possession of the ball. A minute and 20 seconds left in the second quarter. 10-13. Lions up by 3. Arthur-Okaw passes it inside to Peter Schrader. They pass it back outside of the arc to Daryl Wang, who passes it to Josh McQuillan. He's guarded by 3 guys. He attempts to shoot his own layup.
And that's what we're talking about. McQuillan, he does try hard to, create those shot attempts, but I think he's too intent on scoring himself at the moment, so he can't see those open guys. Usually when he drives in, he takes 1, 2, even 3 guys on him.
In that case, he had 3 guys on him.
So he's got to see that guy he can kick it out to for an open shot.
Number 30, Campbell attempts a 3, and Lions get the rebound.
Wilson with yet a 7th rebound in this game.
45 seconds left in the second quarter. Lions up by 3, 10-13. Looks like Omar, for the Lions, he's been hurt for a while, but it looks like he's about to sub in soon. Maybe towards the second half, he'll be coming in.
Yeah, and he's been playing a lot more recently, just, getting time, working on that injured leg, but, he's getting back into things, slowly getting better. He can't really sprint yet, but he's getting up there, so the Lions are going to be in really good shape when he's back in the game.
Lions with possession. 20 seconds left in the second quarter. Derwin Wilson in the bottom right corner. They swing it left all the way to Daryl Wang, but it's a turnover by Daryl Wang.
Yeah, and that's an unfortunate travel. You got to, make sure you dribble before you step. But it was a good look by Daryl Wang to go, cut through those 2 defenders. He had the open lane. And
yeah, he attempted to drive in that fact. So I give him enough credit for having the confidence to go try attempt it.
Yeah, and the other thing is the defenders probably would have collapsed on him. He would have able to kick it out for an open
pass it
3.
Outside, yeah. Ryder's able to get a lob pass remaining in their possession. 13 seconds left in the second quarter. Tipped by Omar, but he keeps it in.
And a good save, but then again, the Lions try to rush it yet again, so another turnover.
Stolen by 30, Campbell. Number 10, Azza Binion attempts the last-minute shot, but it's still 10-13. It's been a really low-scoring game this whole entire game.
Yeah, it's been really low scoring, and it's felt really quick so far. The Lions have been, they've been playing good offense, good defense. They just need to, have more control over this game. They're losing their composure a little bit.
Yeah, I would say that I think both sides are rushing it too much. I thought towards the beginning, I noticed that the Riders were rushing it a lot. We weren't really rushing as much, but I think we're both getting a little bit impatient. So I think both teams are looking for, like a great lead.
Yeah, they're looking for that breakaway lead. They want to, get that, and once they have that, they'll feel comfortable. But right now, it's just back and forth. So let's see who can come out on top in the third and fourth. Please join us in about 10 minutes for the second half. Thank you for listening.
We're back to Lions basketball. I'm James Zanucci alongside Daniel Kraus. With Lions at 13, 3 points above the Concord Riders at 10. We're starting our second half, third quarter, just start. So we have a missed basket by the Conquering Riders. Lions possession now. Peter Schrader in the bottom left corner. He passes it inside to Josh McQuillan. Looking for someone to pass it back outside to. Just trying to suck in some defenders. Pass it back outside to the arc where Josh McQuillan is. He attempts a three. Eighth rebound from Derwin Wilson of the game.
Yeah,
Keeping it in Lions possession.
Wilson has been really good down low. Just even on offense, getting those second chances for the Lions. He's been dominating in the paint, just picking up loose balls everywhere.
Considering that he's really, I'm not saying he's not tall, but he's not as tall as other players. There are like, the guy he's on has got a couple inches on him. Considering the height disadvantage he has, he's doing considerably well, especially with rebounds.
Yeah, and the other thing that he has going his way is his wingspan. It's so long. He can reach out and grab those loose balls, but he draws the foul there.
Yeah, number 30 Campbell shoots up, gets an and one, making it 12-13. He's shooting one. Derwin Wilson's second foul. Defensive rebound by Josh McQuillan, a missed free throw. Still 12-13. 6 minutes and 10 seconds left in the third quarter. Arthur-Okaw looks like he's about to drive, but he passes back outside to the arc. They reverse it left corner to Peter Schrader. Pass it inside to Derwin Wilson, but it's a blocking foul. Still be Lions ball.
Foul's on number 22, Henry. That's his second of the game.
So Arthur-Okaw for the Lions will be inbounding it. He inbounds it to Josh McQuillan, guarded by number 11, Gabriels. He swings it right to Peter Schrader. They pass it back to top of the key to Josh McQuillan, guarded still by Gabriels. They pass it inside to Arthur-Okaw, but they pass it back outside of the arc. Darrell Wang trying to look for an open shot, which Josh McQuillan gets, and he makes it 12-15. Nice jump shot by McQuillan. 5 minutes and 30 seconds left in the third quarter. Number 30, Campbell, airballs is his three. But it's rebounded by Henry, and it's a jump ball. So that's our fourth jump ball of the night, or of the afternoon.
Yeah, and it's just been going back and forth. Everybody diving for those loose balls, or even just strong defense going after somebody who's just sitting there with nowhere to pass.
And that's Derwin Wilson's third jump ball. We had one from Josh McQuillan. Derwin had those two in a row right in the beginning of the first quarter. That's another jump ball from Derwin Wilson, giving Lions possession of the ball. 12-15, Lions up by 3. 5 minutes left in the third quarter. Travel on the Riders, on the Lions. It'll be Riders ball.
Yeah, and yet another minor mistake by the Lions that could come in huge if the Riders are able to capitalize off the Lions' mistake.
Riders ball. Number 10, Binion, guarded by Darrell Wang. He attempts to drive. He's guarded by Josh McQuillan and Darrell Wang. Double teamed. He passes it back out to the arc. And number 24, Smith, attempts a jump shot, but he's fouled. He'll be shooting two.
And Smith is going to have to be careful for the rest of this game. He's already got 3 fouls, so a couple more and he's out of the game. The Lions should really attack down low. That takes away one of their tall guys and gives them an easier chance at scoring.
So that's Arthur-Okaw's second foul. His first one goes in, making it 13-15, but the second one does not. Arthur-Okaw with a nice defensive rebound there. 4.5 minutes in the third quarter. Arthur-Okaw passes to Peter Schrader. Looked like he's about to shoot the three. It's stolen by number 24, Smith.
Yeah, he definitely should have taken the 3 in that case because he was wide open, nobody on him.
I think he just had a little bit, I don't know. He could have gotten enough. I don't know if he was just hesitant for a second, whether or not it's the right time.
Yeah, and that hesitation is going to kill you. You got to make a decision and commit to it. Even if it's the wrong decision,
You're right,
committing.
just commit 100% at that point.
Yeah.
Because it ended up leading to a steal and a turnover, so. 13-15, Lions up by 2. 4 minutes left in the third quarter. Arthur-Okaw attempted jump shot. Bounces out of the rim, and we got a 9th defensive rebound by by Duran Wilson, and he saves it after Peter Schrader attempts a jump shot as well. But the second rebound is taken by the Riders. Still 13-15, lines up by 2. 3.5 minutes left. Number 10, that's his second time in this third quarter where he's kind of fumbled with the ball. And the line's still off of it. Peter Schrader bounces out. He attempts a jump shot. It's his second jump shot in the second possession in a row where he doesn't get it off. It bounces out of the rim.
Yeah, that was a good attempt there by Schrader. He just, got the unlucky bounce.
Our 10th defensive rebound of the night from Duran Wilson. 13-15 still. 3 minutes and 15 seconds left in the third quarter. Peter Schrader guarded by Smith, taking his time, deciding what to do. Swings it right to Josh McQuillan, guarded by 11 Gabriels. He tries to pass to Darryl Wang, but Darryl wasn't looking. Didn't have enough time to go back. It wasn't anybody. I wouldn't really say it was Darryl Wang or Josh McQuillan's fault. Just lack of communication there. Say mutual.
Yeah, you just got to be heads up. You can't throw that pass right as the guy's cutting. You have to make sure he knows that it's coming and, try not to force anything there. Wait till the guy's open and looking at you for the ball.
Still 13-15. Still a low-scoring game. Usually at this point it would be like 20s and 30s, but probably one of the most low-scoring games I've seen this season.
Yeah, defenses have been pretty strong so far, and neither offense has really been too hot with their shooting. So
2.5 minutes left in the third quarter. Low fouling game as well. Only like 5 and 4 fouls. 5 fouls for the Lions and 4 for the Riders in the first half. Low fouling game overall, and 1 foul for the Lions now and 2 fouls for the Riders. Shot for the Lions does not go well. But on a good note, number 24, Smith, attempts a pass, and it'll be Lions ball yet again.
Yeah, and he was getting over eager there. You got to, be careful on those long bomb passes. They're not going to turn out too well unless the guy is unguarded down court.
Yeah, those are always uncontrolled, those lob passes, and especially when the guy didn't have much time to communicate it. It was a last-minute throw. Arthur-Okaw attempts a 3. Number 11, Gabriels gets the rebound for the Arthur Christian Riders. Almost fumbled.
And that's the 5th jump ball. Good aggressive defense there coming from Arthur-Okaw, just hitting it hard and going for that, loose ball kind of.
Still Riders ball. The inbound does not go well, and it's stolen by Darryl Wang. Still 13-15, a minute and 45 seconds left in the third quarter. We have the same starters in the whole entire game. Arthur-Okaw attempts a jump shot. It's rebounded by Campbell. Gabriel's bringing it up for the Riders, guarded by Arthur-Okaw. He passes, swings it to the bottom left corner. Number 10, Binion, attempts a 3. It's rebounded. Darryl Wang gets the rebound for the Lions, keeping it line possession.
And it looks like number 22, Henry of the Riders, got hit on the head there.
They really can't afford this right now. They only got 2 or 3 guys on their bench right now.
Yeah, and that's going to be troublesome. Just looked like maybe an elbow to the head, somebody going out for a rebound. So he'll take a seat on the bench. In for him is number 1, Binion.
Still 13-15, lines up by 2. A minute and 10 seconds left in the third quarter. Darryl Wang passes it inside to Josh McQuillan. Looks like he's about to drive, but decides not to. Pass it back outside to the arc with Darryl Wang. They swing it right to Josh McQuillan. Great ball movement for the Lions, tiring out that defense.
Yeah, and what I like from the Lions right now is their familiarity with passing. They're just chucking the ball around, and they're good passes, too.
Yeah, the past 2 nights in a row I've been seeing this. Because we got a lot of these guys right now on the court are also on varsity, the starters for JV. And I think it probably comes also from varsity experience as well. Sometime they play on a varsity. I think both sides, varsity and JV, have been learning, especially with ball movement, just creative passing. They're confident enough to just pass it around. They're not afraid.
Yeah, and when Coach Spagia initially brought this game style in, the Lions were a bit, hesitant to take it on, but it looks like they've really grown into it.
As time has gone by, they've grown with it.
And they're really developing it and becoming better each game.
So we had a jump shot from number 12, Mast. Tying it up 15-15 going into the fourth quarter. Extremely low scoring game. We haven't seen much change at all in the third quarter.
Yeah, and it's really been low scoring. I think the high scorer of the game is Josh McQuillan with 7 points, and for a high scorer, that's not very many. So each team needs to get down in the paint or shoot threes, whatever works. They need to start scoring, and I think for the Lions, they should really put up more shots. They're getting a lot of open looks that they're passing up, and I think that's a good idea when you have time, but time is running out. It's a fourth quarter. It's 15-15, and
someone's got to get a lead, yeah.
Yeah, I think whoever breaks it open here in the first 2 minutes could take this game.
We have been seeing a lot of confidence, though, from McQuillan and Peter Schrader. Also, I think, I don't know, I guess I would say Derwin Wilson, I think, has probably been the best key player of the night.
Yeah, Wilson has been just crashing the boards. He has 10 rebounds, and, that's a crazy amount, especially for a JV player just that short.
I think it's also the rhythm, too. It's probably also in his head, his mindset. He's probably thinking, once he got, the first 2 jump balls right in the beginning of the first quarter, after that, I think it was all
yeah, he's all in the game right now.
So we have Josh McQuillan inbounding it for the Lions. He inbounds it to Arthur-Okaw, who's taking it up for the Lions, guarded by number 24, Smith. He was double-teamed by Mass and Smith, able to give it off to Derwin Wilson. He gets a layup for the Lions. Yet again, we're speaking of Derwin Wilson.
And that was a beautiful left-hand layup. He didn't even have to go up right hand, which is his dominant hand.
Nice assist from Arthur-Okaw on that one. 15-17, Lions up by 2. 6 minutes and 40 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Josh McQuillan will commit that foul, grabbing Mass as he goes up for the shot.
I think what we've seen, though, I think what you were saying is it's a really rushed game, too. We haven't seen many fouls. It's only 1 foul for the Lions and 3 fouls for the Riders, and it's really keeping the clock running. It's not usually we have the games where it's you have those games where constantly fouling from both sides and it stops and stops. The clock keeps stopping, but the clock's been running this whole entire time. These guys would be exhausted out there right now.
Yeah, and I think that's actually reversed. The Lions have 3 fouls and the Riders only have 1. So.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, I got it reversed. That's fine, but. Here comes Josh McQuillan now.
Peter Schrader in the bottom left corner, double teamed by Mast and number 1, Grady Binion. That double team leads to a turnover, and it's stolen by or tipped out by Peter Schrader. Stolen turnover. We have a foul. Foul from Josh McQuillan, his second. 4 fouls for the Lions, 1 foul for the Riders.
Yeah, and for how aggressive Josh McQuillan has been playing in this game, for that only being his second foul, that's pretty good, and the Lions will be in good shape. They'll probably be able to keep him for the entire quarter.
Turnover by the Riders, stolen by Arthur-Okaw. Josh McQuillan goes up for the jump shot, attempts to get his own rebound, but it tips out, so it'll be Riders' ball. Still 15-17, 2 points up for the Lions. 5 minutes and 50 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Mass bringing it up, guarded by Josh McQuillan. He goes right side, passes the bottom right corner to number 30, Campbell, who's guarded by Peter Schrader. He goes baseline, attempts to get his layup. It's rebounded offensively by the Riders. Number 12, Mass, attempts his own 3. No good either, and rebounded by Josh McQuillan for the Lions. 15-17, 5.5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Arthur-Okaw with the ball, guarded by Mass. He brings it outside to the arc to Josh McQuillan, who attempts his 3. Rebounded by Mast, guarded by Arthur-Okaw. He lobs it to number 24, Smith. Crazy pass to number 10, Binion, but he keeps it in bounds, but doesn't go out of bounds. But bad pass by Campbell, leading to a turnover. And it'll be Lions possession now. We have Omar, number 30, going in for the Lions.
Yeah, and hopefully Omar can bring some composure to the Lions. Right now they're just...
Sorry, number 31.
Yeah, hopefully he can bring some composure, as I was saying. The Lions right now are trying to go a bit too quickly, just taking any shot they have. Right now they need to control the ball. They're up by 2. They have time. They don't need to rush anything.
At this point, it's anyone's games. It's only a 2-point deficit from the by the Riders. I'm sorry.
Yeah, and there's no shot clock, so they should take advantage of that. Control the ball for as long as they can, and make sure they get the shot they want. Don't take anything that's forced by the Riders.
Considering his recovery from his injury, I think Homar's been pretty good so far. In last night and this game especially too. Just a little popping in here and there. He came in the second quarter, coming in the fourth quarter now, just giving a little bit of time to maybe not as conditioned, but especially keeping up with everybody. Number 24, Smith, hits 3 points, making a lead for the Riders, 18-17. 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter, clock ticking down. Anything can happen at this point, anybody's ball game. So we have Omar guarded by number 24, Smith, who just got that 3 for the Riders.
Yeah, and the Lions haven't had to deal with this press all game, so that's pretty tough.
Omar
they've been doing a good job so far. So
Omar will be shooting 2. He's fouled by the Riders.
and
Refs talking to number 1, Binion. Foul on number 1.
I think they're giving a warning or something. It seems like he was talking back. I'm not sure what exactly went on there, though.
2 fouls for the Riders, 4 fouls for the Lions.
And McQuillan will sub back in. Daryl Wang will take a seat on the bench.
4 minutes left in the fourth quarter. These are crucial foul shots here. He misses both of them, but it's okay. Peter Schrader gets the rebound, but his foot goes out of bounds, and it will be Riders' ball. 18-17, Riders up by 1. 3 minutes, 50 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Mast brings it up for the Riders, guarded by Josh McQuillan. He hands it off to Smith. Smith gets the layup, making it 20-17. 3.5 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and James, once somebody gets beat like that, if you're help defense, you got to see that and cut off his pass to his path to the basket. Try to get in there, draw that charge if you can. And
So
that was a hard hit.
A hard fall by, I think he fell on his elbow. Daratola fell. I think a little bit of a shove from number 12, Mast. That's his second foul. 20-17. Lions down by 3, but enough time. We have 3.5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Omar inbounds it for the Lions, but a turnover by Omar, and it's stolen by number 24, Smith. He almost loses it as well, but he maintains possession. Number 10, Binion, taking in for the Riders. Foul on Josh McQuillan, number 23. That's his third foul. Number 24, Smith, inbounding it for the Riders. I keep saying Raiders, I'm sorry.
Yeah, and the Lions need to stop right now. They can't give up any points. And
especially considering they only got 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter, down by 3. I mean, it's anyone's game. We just need a 3-pointer. But I think, honestly, at this point, we've seen from Josh McQuillan. He's like and Derwin Wilson, especially with driving. 3-pointers aren't really working for us this game.
yeah, they really need to get inside, work down in the paint, and, work on their guys in the post. They don't really have too much of a height disadvantage. And if they get it down there, Schrader usually gets it, turns around, finds somebody wide open, and they have a pass.
We haven't really seen that much of that in this fourth quarter, though. More in the third quarter and second quarter, but not so much in the fourth quarter. I don't know what's going on. I think it's morale or energy levels.
I think it might be the press. The Lions haven't been playing against us all night, and, it's been a bit troublesome as Pete Schrader goes up and draws a foul.
Nice look by Josh McQuillan. He saw Peter Schrader open baseline.
Yeah, and I think
Right under the basket.
Schrader's problem this game has been he's been hesitating to take those open shots. I think, that's the commitment thing we were talking about. You have to either,
when he was taking that 3 in the bottom left corner.
Yeah, you either commit or commit not to. You can't go kind of halfway. Otherwise, you'll end up in positions like that where you end up missing.
Crucial foul shot. Peter Schrader makes one of his making it 20-18. Closer game now. 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Still a low fouling game. 4 fouls from the Riders, 5 fouls from the Lions. Number 30, Campbell, attempts a 3, and it's rebounded by Josh McQuillan, keeping it in Lions possession. He hands it off to Derwin Wilson, top of the key. They pass it bottom left corner to Peter Schrader, making it three-pointer. I guess he redeems himself.
Yeah, and that's the decision making we need. Just go ahead and shoot it. Either shoot it or don't, but he took it there and paid off for the Lions.
Peter Schrader with that 3, making it 21-20. Lions up by 1. 1 minute and 45 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, and I think that if the JV Lions can pull off this win, it'll,
Really help the morale for the varsity team.
Yeah,
as well.
varsity team watching this game.
Because a lot of JV guys on both sides, even on Riders' sides, are going on to the varsity team as well.
Yeah, that's another nice thing is that, Mast for
The Riders, yeah,
the
number
Riders,
12.
he's their first sub in, I'm pretty sure. So 6-man on the bench, and he's already getting tired out in this game. So the Lions are going to be in good shape for varsity.
Yeah, really getting in their head, especially if we win this game, the
Yeah,
JV game.
It's going to definitely lower Arthur morale. So let's see if they can pull it off here with 1:45 left in the fourth, up by 1. It's going to be a tight one, James.
Got a full timeout. About to start up again.
So going into the finish of the fourth, the Lions have 5 fouls, and
The Riders with 4 fouls.
so both teams are pretty close to the bonus. It just kind of depends on who ends up there first. I think that could make the difference in this game, just getting those extra free throw attempts. That'd be pretty big for either team.
So we have Arthur inbounding it. Smith inbounds it to number 12, Mass, but it's a turnover, and Omar gets it. He passes it off to Josh McQuillan, making it 23-20. Only a 3-point difference, 1.5 minutes in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, nice steal and assist to put the Lions up by 3 here.
You can see the rushing from the Riders. Mass attempts to drive, and he uneasy pass and goes out of bounds, making it Lions ball.
And right now the Lions just need to control it. They don't need to rush anything. They've got time on their side. And
Still enough though for a 3-pointer.
yeah, and they don't really need to, rush anything. Just let the clock run. They don't have a game clock. Just take the time, pass it around, look for that open shot.
Omar with the ball at top of the key, guarded by number 1, Grady Binion. He passes it to Derwin Wilson. He passes it back to Omar. Nice cross up by Omar. Yeah, I think that's exactly what they're trying to do. They're trying to run out that clock right now. 40 seconds left in the fourth quarter. It's almost stolen by the Riders. Peter Schrader remains possession. 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter, 20-23. Binion fouls Omar, number 1, Grady Binion.
Yeah, and your game plan here is you want to get the ball to your best free throw shooter, because this is the point where they start fouling.
Yeah, I was going to say, that would be great also if we get the bonus. We're 2 fouls away, or they're 2 fouls away from getting us into the bonus. Yeah, 6 fouls now. Only 1 more to get into the bonus. Foul number 10, Azabinian. Deratola inbounding it for the Lions, guarded by Smith. He inbounds it to Peter Schrader.
And Schrader will go to the line for a 1-and-1.
There we go.
Let's see if he can step up to the pressure here. And
yeah, as we saw before, he got one of his free throws off before. See if we can get these 2. Fouls on number 10, Azabinian, 2nd in a row.
And some composure there shown from the free throw line as he sinks the first, gaining a second.
Making it 20-24, lines up by 4. The second one is no good.
And that's huge, Deratola coming up with that rebound.
Yeah, he gets a defensive rebound, but he's fouled. It's like triple teamed.
Yeah, the Lions have another chance for a 1-and-1. So missing that free throw may have turned out better for the Lions in the long run.
Foul on Smith, his 4th. team's eighth. I think that's it. I think the game's sealed at this point. We got 23 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Yeah,
5-point deficit.
that
Lions up by
about
5.
puts the nail in the coffin. I mean, Arthur still has a chance to come down and hit a 3, but, you know, it's a 2-possession game at this point,
Yeah,
and
at this point, they would need 2 threes.
it's going to be really tough.
I only wish that this lead came a long time ago, but because it was a pretty close game throughout the whole entire time. But we're finally seeing that lead here. 6-point lead by the Lions, 26-20. 8 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
And that's a good way to end the game with a couple of free throws to, you know, extend this lead. It's always nice, you know, on the end product to be up by, you know, 8 points, even though it was a close game the entire way.
Yeah, and like we were talking about before, especially will destroy the, or at least cripple a little bit the varsity morale. Because we got a lot of varsity players on the JV team, like number 12 Mast. Giratola misses his free throw. 7 seconds left. 5 seconds.
Ooh, and there is a block by Josh McCollum to end that game.
20-26. Lions win by 6 points. No, I gotta hand it to them though. It was a close game. We were like 2-point deficit the whole time. 2 points. But now we finally see this lead here. Like you were saying, it's great to see.
Yeah, and I got to say, I'm proud of the Lions. They've had a lot of trouble finishing late game situations. Just fourth quarter, they have trouble. They end up losing.
It was close there, though. They had a little bit of a lead there. It was close.
Yeah, so it's nice to see them finally come out and take control in the fourth quarter, come on and win this game.
Hopefully we can see that in the varsity game, which will be starting shortly now. Thank you for tuning in. The next game will be starting at 15 minutes.